nerves.
You haven't had to put any major input in yourself?
No, not at all.
But wasn't the purpose of this to actually do something and add something to the band? So what did you actually bring to the table?
We'd like to add a gig tomorrow at 12:30.
I'm reading nonverbals of the panelists, and it's concerning me. It's going to cost us the challenge.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. It would warm me if tomorrow we're there and we see them home on stage. I think I'll cry.
I think our team is feeling pretty confident about our pitch and about our band. The challenge was to find the better band and sign them, and we signed the better band.
Jessica, I think your team put a lot of effort into the presentation. I think what we've got to decide is whether there's any real substance in the band that you're presenting. We're going to have to decide, whether they'll be the most entertaining band for the Bee Festival. Steve, your team also put a certain amount of effort into the presentation, perhaps not quite as much effort as the other team. What we've got to decide is that the right band to open the festival?
The bands have played and the teams have made their presentations. Now the panel and I have a very difficult decision to make.
Whichever band opens tomorrow, you'll know which team have won. And we'll see you at the Bee Festival tomorrow.
We're walking towards the stage, and we're about to find out if either one of our bands won. I'm definitely feeling anxiety right now, and I really hope that I see our band on stage.
I think my heart's gonna burst. I'm just hoping and praying that Exit 10 is the band to enter the stage.
Yesterday, this band didn't even know they were playing at the Bee Festival. Today, they're opening it. Please give a huge welcome.
We're walking up to the stage and we're anxious and excited, and I'm just really hoping that our band's gonna be there.
Obviously, I have a bigger stake in this since I was the leader of this group. So if our band's not there, I'm gonna go to the chopping block and I'm gonna have to take someone with me.
Yesterday, this band didn't even know they were playing at the Bee Festival. Today, they're opening it. Please give a huge welcome to Exit 10.
We see Exit 10 up there. We see our band. We have won the challenge, and I'm happy for our team. I'm happy for the band.
Our band's not playing, so at that moment I know I will be going up against someone else on my team, and one of us will be left on the tarmac.
Thanks very much.
Exit 10 made it because I performed as a great leader, and I don't think I could have done anything better.
I'm having a really tough time because I lost to Steve, and I'm afraid that I might be sent home. I feel like the Last Supper, I don't want to take any of these guys. I like them all. And I'm going to have to choose somebody, and that makes me sad. And there's some people that if they went home...
I feel good.
You wish good. It was a really good point.
I feel like I would actually be doing a service to the team, you know what I mean? I'd be like, you know what? I will take this person out for everybody,
I see what you're saying.
I actually wish I could send Steve home, just because Steve is not really my favorite person right now. If I go home, I'm going to feel bad, and if one of you goes home, I'm going to feel bad,
We were a good team.
So either way, I'm going to feel bad.
So you're not really enjoying the festival much, are you? It's a phone call.
Not as much as I hoped.
So, Jess, difficult deliberations?
Yes, this was a really tough decision.
Who have you chosen?
Sean.
Jessica chooses me to go up against her in the elimination challenge. I'm definitely nervous. To be chosen for the chopping block says something.
All right. Should we go inside and have a talk?
I need to have a conversation with Sean and Jessica before their elimination challenge. I still have certain questions about them, and it's time to get them answered.
So why did you choose Sean?
You know, I feel like he just wants to lead all the time. Like he's somebody that can talk over people and try to take the reins, and he doesn't like to be managed.
Do you agree with any of that?
You know, I do my best, but in this situation in particular, you know, it's kind of one of those things where I'm actually kicking myself for not taking a harder stance because I didn't like the band. I was absolutely against them. So it's kind of ironic, you know, that obviously Jessica feels that, you know, maybe I take over or whatever.
What is it about Sean that gets on people's nerves?
The way that I think that people think leaders should be are selfless and they should sacrifice, and I think maybe they don't think that Sean, you know, necessarily demonstrates that quality sometimes.
That's the fine line between, you know, do you go quietly into the night or do you speak up and try to, you know, if you feel strongly about something?
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think you get a little defensive when people try to manage you, and sometimes you just want to keep jumping in.
With Sean, ever since day one, I've been concerned about his cockiness.
Yeah, the guy owes me money.
He owes you money?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much though.
As far as Jessica's concerned, she's a really delightful person. Question was, could she make a leader?
Okay, your challenge. I've often found I've had to make a fool of myself in order to promote my businesses. Your band failed to get on the festival, and your job is to make sure that the crowd know about your band. One of you, you can choose which one, have to elect to sing a song on stage. The other one has to elect to streak. You just have to pop onto the stage, and the person who's streaking has to go to the microphone and give a couple of lines as to why everybody should know about the band. Obviously, they'll be more interested in the body. And the other one of you have to go and sing a song. Do you want to decide who's going to do what?
I wouldn't streak, just because I don't believe in exploiting nakedness. You know, it has to do with my religious beliefs.
I'll strip.
I'll sing.
I know you will. You're a much better singer anyway. Right when I hear the challenge, I know that I'm the one getting naked. Sean's a Mormon, so I can pretty much bet the farm that he's not going to want to take off his clothes.
Okay.
All right.
Go for it. Here's to red.
Here's to red.
Okay, these are your lyrics. You have about an hour to learn these words off by heart.
Really? Okay. I am now doomed to a fate of singing Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again in front of 100,000 people and with a naked, crazy woman running across the stage.
I'm assuming that I'm going to be painted and I'll feel like I'm naked, but I really won't look like I'm naked. And then the makeup artist comes in and she writes R-E-D. And I'm thinking, what about here and here?
Sean and Jessica are up on the chopping block, and as far as what could go on now, I don't know. There's always twists around every corner, and it keeps you guessing.
You having a good time? Good. We're just having 5 minutes of light entertainment. There's an American TV show. And they've got 2 contestants, one called Sean and one called Jessica, and they've got to perform for you for 5 minutes.
Basically, I feel like this is do or die. I'm absolutely horrified.
There's a lot of people there. I'm really nervous because I have never been naked in public before.
There's an American TV show. And they've got 2 contestants, one called Sean and one called Jessica, and they've got to perform for you for 5 minutes.
I thought I was going to have a live band to back me up. I get nothing. It's got to be totally a cappella, which is just rough. I'm not excited about being booed off the stage.
I have mentally prepared myself for all of the challenges. This was something that I was not prepared for, and in that, I have become extremely nervous. I'm just not looking down, so in my mind, I'm not naked. I'm just wearing a bikini, so I was okay.
I think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Ooh, baby, baby, you.
To be out there and getting no love from the crowd, it's really quite crushing. It's definitely a blow to the ego.
I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game. Ooh, baby, baby, you might. Oh! I love you, England! I love you, England!
Very brave. Very brave. Terrified.
Jessica certainly showed courage today, but in many ways it takes just as much nerve to sing in front of a hostile crowd. So I have a very difficult decision to make.
Yeah, I'm the girl that got naked on the Billionaire.
Wait.
Thanks.
All of us would have been dead in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I would have stepped out on the stage and been finished. They would have slaughtered me in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Very confident and glamorous.
Was I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, because I was shaking. I was like, oh my God, I'm naked. I'm wearing a bikini. I'm wearing a bikini.
I see Steve's reaction immediately after they go off stage, and he looks very disturbed by everything.
I thought there was going to be more pain.
So did I. I thought there was going to be a lot more pain.
I can't sit here and say that I was jealous that all the guys in the audience were looking at Jess naked, but at the same time, there was a little part of me that wanted to kick everybody's ass who was in the crowd.
I think Richard is a do whatever it takes kind of guy. And I know that this challenge was an opportunity to show him that I'm the one getting naked. And I think there's a lot to be said in that.
As we step toward the helicopter, Richard, this time, instead of us all having tickets and one being left behind, Richard has one ticket for someone who's going to leave.
I think at this point, it's really 50-50. It's split down the middle. I can just tell by even looking at Richard that he has a hard decision to make.
Between the two, I hope that Sean stays. I have a great deal more respect for Sean than I do for Jessica.
I feel that Sean is going to be the one coming back. I think he's just slightly stronger, even though he has made some mistakes in this game.
It's never easy to make a decision as to who to send home. It's going to be particularly difficult, but such a decision is going to have to be made.
This has been the most difficult elimination challenge I've had to date. In the actual elimination challenge itself, you were both unbelievably brave. For you to have to go out and sing a song and work in front of a crowd that wanted a credible rock band, you stayed the pace. Possibly you should have got off earlier. I expect I would have run. Jess, obviously you were incredibly brave, and the fact that you said you would do anything to work for Virgin meant a lot. The fact that you'd be willing to go through with that in front of thousands of people. It was a sort of a draw as far as the elimination challenge is concerned, which makes my life that much more difficult. Jess, the difficulty I have is that as leader, you just have to, in a sense, take the responsibility. And in the end, the wrong band was chosen, and whether it was your fault that you couldn't sort of hold Sean in check, but I think in the end, I'm sorry. I had to make a decision. There.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm obviously relieved to be still in the game. At the same time, I really don't feel that Jessica should have been the next one to go. I really feel that there are people that are not as strong of players as Jessica.
I don't know what the deal is with Steve. He wanted to get rid of Jessica, but now that she's gone, he's like all emotional about it. I just don't get him.
I better not see you soon.
I'm actually shocked that I feel so strongly
about someone leaving that I just met. I feel like I'm saying goodbye to my sister.
Sending Jessica home was certainly not easy. She's a great lady, she's a gutsy lady, but at this point in her life, I just don't think she has quite what it takes to run my company.
Of course I'm disappointed that I'm going home, but I just had the best 4 weeks of my life. Meeting some of these people and all the amazing places that I've gone and meeting Richard Branson. It's just an opportunity of a lifetime. Guys, have an awesome time and just live life to the fullest.
Next on The Rebel Billionaire.
So, next challenge, publicity.
Sir Richard Branson gives the contestants a challenge he's mastered. The art of the publicity stunt. And 2 contestants find themselves dangling from England's tallest skyscraper. But this time, an uncontrollable force takes over.
Getting windy.
As the contestants hang on for dear life.
The building's moving.
Hold on.